The problem the Palestinians have is that this DNA link to the Canaanite people is both a blessing and a curse. It's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, they can prove their rights, historical rights to the land. But on another front, they become ammunition for the extremist Israeli sentiment and Zionism, which clearly has roots within the Old Testament. Yes, my friends, if you study 1 Samuel 15 verses 1 to 3, it talks about the Canaanite people, and in particular, it talks about the people who are the descendants of the Canaanites, the Amalekites. And it says specifically that you have to wipe out these people, commit genocide on them. The Bible clearly states,
"Now go, attack the Amalekites and totally destroy everything that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys."
Everything has to be wiped out. And there are Jewish sects today that believe that this is not limited to just those people in history, but is actually linked to the very descendants, which are the Palestinian people that come from the Canaanites. Now you might say, these are rather extreme claims that you're making. Where is your evidence for this? You're saying that there are some Jewish extremist groups that are referring to the Canaanite roots, or the roots that go right back 3,500 years to the Amalekites, and therefore that these Palestinians have to be killed. Look at the doctrine of religious Zionists regarding the modern-day Palestinian Canaanites. They regard it as a religious duty of the government to wage war and exterminate the Palestinians. If you look at the works of Rabbi Abraham Kook, his son Yehuda Kook, Rabbi Shlomo Avina, they all cite these teachings and justify the genocide and the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. Now you might say, those are rather extreme views, they're not mainstream. These are just a few factions. Then why is it that Benjamin Netanyahu, in his last speech, mentions the Amalek?
You must remember what Amalek has done to you, says our Holy Bible, and we do remember, and we are fighting.
Why did he mention this word? What was this dog whistle for? He's reminding the people who the Amalek are, who the Amalekites are. The Palestinians are the descendants of the Amalekites. In fact, what he's doing, he's sanctifying and encouraging and authenticating the genocide by linking it back to biblical texts and historical issues. So these are not fringe arguments. These are not extremists on one side. This seems to be a mainstream drive that the Israelis, many of the Israelis, and I don't want to be unfair and say all, because that would be unfair, but there is a significant number who are citing these verses. And you have on record, you can go and search it for yourselves, where rabbis are saying, kill their men and their children, and even their babies and their children and their women, and show them no mercy. And they're quoting these biblical verses.